It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Get geared up for savings like you've never seen before during Elway Days. Their biggest sale of the year runs October 14th through the 18th when every red tag machine is priced at invoice plus $300. That's it. No freight, no setup, no extra fees. Don't miss out on these epic savings. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location.
Imagine hitting rewind on your life 10, even 20 years. With testosterone therapy from Limitless Male, you can turn back the aging clock and get your edge, energy, and confidence back. If you've lost your drive, sleep deprived, muscle loss, belly fat, irritable, you're not the guy you once were. Get your T levels checked at Limitless Male. More and more men are realizing hormone replacement can turn back the clock. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards luncheon on October 27th in Omaha. Help us thank volunteers with a celebration to remember. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC. Doing life together.
Deciding on a college with your high school senior can be a little overwhelming for parents. But applying for money to pay for it is simple. FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, is now easier than ever with fewer questions and faster fill-out times. If you have a high school senior, now is the time to apply for thousands of dollars for classes, books, and housing. Get started, Nebraska, at dothefafsa.org. Sponsored by Education Quest Foundation. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in back to Ticket Weekends. There's Thrones on the ones and twos. This is Beyond the Lanes. We got a couple Husker bowlers in here, Haley Swindle and Desiree Buchert. You guys have had a couple tournaments. Is that the proper word? Tournaments, matches? What do you guys call them? Tournaments. Couple tournaments under the belt. Got a nice break this weekend, hence why you guys are live in studio. And since it's been a couple weeks, well, first off, I should just ask, how's it going on a Sunday? Chilly Sunday at that.
It's going pretty good. Just kind of chill. Been doing some homework and studying for exam tomorrow.
How nice has it been not to be traveling? at this moment?
Very nice.
Desiree, how we doing over there? You look tired.
I am tired. And I have work later today.
Well, you just got a milk coffee.
I did.
I should help out a lot. Shout out the mill. They're open they are no longer open. They are closed. I forgot. It is 1:00. But nonetheless, let's talk a little bit before we get to the tournaments. How you guys enjoying your time? What do you guys like to do now that you're not traveling? You only get so many of these weekends where you got a little bit of time to yourself.
I like to stay home and just like sleep, do homework, or like go out and get things that like I need, or just go shopping.
No, excuse me, I got a frog in my throat. Nothing wrong with that, especially how much you guys travel.
Yeah.
Are you guys used to that at this point in the season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you recharge the batteries? Is it just sleep?
Sleep.
Sleep at home?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Well, let's go back in time. Since it's been a little bit, let's go all the way back to Youngstown. Since the last time I guys talked about it. You guys got first in that one, and then we'll get to the next one. Was that Orlando, the second tournament?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys got fifth place in that one. But let's go to Youngstown. You guys get first place. Just how was the mindset that first tournament?
I think we came out of like gate like swinging.
Did it feel like you guys were going to have a good day, though? I guess because in bowling, it feels like such a mental sport. It's almost like do you wake up and kind of feel like you're on one that day?
Because weren't we first after the first day?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, by like a lot. And
Yeah,
then
you guys were solid.
Yeah, I think the second day
We
struggled.
dropped.
We did. I
second.
think Jackson went ahead of us. We dropped. But Sunday we got it back and won our matches, and then was able to win against Arkansas in that last one. So
And that was good. Yeah, that was pretty loaded. Because was Vandy at this one too?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you had Vandy was a good one. Give me all the big teams that you can remember. Obviously, if you can't remember them all. It's fine.
Obviously, Youngstown, Vandy, Jacks, and Arkansas, I think, was it.
Youngstown win or runner up last year?
I think so. Yeah, last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's either them or Wichita. One.
I think it was Wichita,
That could be it.
but
Yeah.
Wichita didn't go this year because I think they had their mid states in Wichita, so they went to that.
So how good of it was it to go out there and have the performance you guys were having, especially just knowing the competition that's there that day?
I think it was nice because it showed like we still are a strong team, probably stronger. And I think watching it, those who did watch it said like they could see just a different type of team out there. It didn't look like we were separate, which most of the time it did. We were actually very together as a team, whether you were in or not.
Did you guys go deep on the bench in that tournament? I know Orlando, I thought you guys did as well, but in this first one, did you in Youngstown?
Yes.
I think everybody has bowled these past two tournaments, like everybody has.
Okay, so I was talking to Jillian and Kayla about this, and they said it's a little bit different than Klumpa in the past, where you guys, obviously I'd imagine you guys are all ready for it, but were you a bit surprised to see everyone kind of going through the rotation?
I don't think so. I feel like he did say he was going to start using everybody, but he also is someone who says he's not like pool happy. Like he really would want the individual to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, our bench is very deep and he can look at anyone on the bench like, okay, like I know you have it. And also he doesn't have to worry about people's emotions going up and down if they get pulled, because everyone's mindset's kind of like, if taking me out is helping, then do it.
Yeah.
Is that a tough mindset to get, or is that just the college expectation?
I think it's like it is tough to get because like you have to put your pride aside, because obviously with like going from individual to teams, it's a lot different. But I think it's something that you learn like when you step out there like freshman year, like it's not going to be easy. Like when I experienced my first pool, it wasn't easy. But after that, I learned to manage it. And like now, like it's fine. So I think it's like something that you have to learn through experience.
Especially at Nebraska, because even the people that, you know, say you're in that starting lineup, the people that are behind you probably aren't behind you by very much, or it can just be on a day-to-day basis. Because I always use it as an example at the Big Red Invite last year. Me and DP were at, you know, we were watching a lot of the bowlers. There weren't no starting lineups. And it was like, geez, everybody here would love to have one of those guys on their starting lineup right now. But just goes to show how deep Nebraska bowling is. We got a couple on Facebook here. People are excited for Desiree. LaRonda says Desiree with some exclamation points, and so does Danielle. So shout out to Desiree. So you got the family watching. You guys are welcome to join in. 402-464-5685, Facebook, YouTube, X, Al Channel 961. So you guys get first place in that one. How'd you maintain at the fast start on day one? it a conversation or does it just happen?
I think it kind of just happened.
Yeah.
Honestly, because in the past it was always a talk that we had always a slow Friday. We can never really like Friday would normally be our worst day, and I don't think that crossed anybody's mind. It was kind of just like I think the practices truthfully led up to that environment to make it way easier to have that mental mindset to just go in and do what you worked on. And if you do that and hone in on what's behind the foul line, then you'd produce on the lane.
And then what about like at the end of the tournament, you get first place, you come back home. What was kind of that week leading up to Orlando? Once you achieve something great, but it's only the very beginning of the season.
I mean, we got back into the lanes. We had practice on Tuesday. We left Wednesday, so we can practice Wednesday, and Monday's our off day. But I know I was sick, so I was resting.
Yeah, I guess because
some
the
other
early
people-
traveling, that's when people usually get sick. At
Yeah.
least that first time around.
Yeah, and I know some other people did too. So resting and then practicing as well.
Mm-hmm.
How widespread was the sickness going on?
I had an ear infection.
Oof.
Well, like I think like a start of one and like sinus stuff.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
you could just feel the discomfort.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right. And then Desiree, what about you? How do you bounce back after? I shouldn't say bounce back. How do you try to focus in after a really good week?
Probably definitely focus in on like the one practice we had because it was like this is the one chance that we have on the pattern before we leave, and so you really want to be able to lock in and know your equipment that you're going to take and what could possibly work, but also rest. I took like that whole Monday until I had work that night.
Fair enough. And then we'll just keep going along forward here. We'll speed up to Orlando. How'd day one go down there?
Not that good as a whole.
Yeah.
It was rough. I think after the first day we were in ninth, which was not too great.
You guys bounced back to almost get back into it, but
Yeah.
rough start kind of made it. You guys battled, but it made it a tough hole to climb out of.
Yeah, and then Saturday, we did better on Saturday. I think what moved us to what, 5th?
Yes.
And then we had one more match on Sunday that we weren't able to catch Vandy on. I think you were doing the math, Hal.
Yeah, going into the last Baker game of that first match, we were down 28, but we actually started the Baker match minus 136 from Vandy.
So you guys caught up plenty, but hole was just too big.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and was that a lot of the same teams at this one as well? I feel like this is going to be a pattern, or maybe not.
It was all basically your top teams, and then but there was just a lot in general, like 20 something teams. So it was very packed, very crowded, very loud.
So what were the biggest takeaways from this one?
I think for me, it's like everybody, you have to play to your strengths, because I think kind of where, like I know I faltered is Friday I started right and I did well right, and then Saturday we moved left, and then the beginning of Saturday I couldn't put anything together, and once we moved me right on Saturday, it was fine. So I think more playing to my strengths on each pattern.
Were you perfect? Maybe not. Maybe
no,
you got
I was not perfect. I think definitely probably communicating. Like for me, it was kind of difficult for them to figure out some like stuff for me. I was also very like sick, but we didn't know what was wrong. I was super nauseous. I think Saturday, the first match, I didn't stand up once. Like you couldn't see me in the live stream because I was on the floor.
Oh man, so you're going through it over the weekend.
I was.
Okay. How do you go through that? I mean, just trying to be there for your team, but you're just trying to stay up yourself.
It was hard. I was thankful that like the coaches did realize, and they're like, hey, like let's just sit you out and whatnot. And they also know I've been struggling with it for a while because the same thing happened in Youngstown. I think Saturday I was sitting the whole day too. I didn't really stand up, and I had like ice and everything. And then the doctors put me on new meds for my stomach. But being able to have like everyone check in or like get me something, including the parents that were there, and then the coaches like if you need to sit, like sit, was very nice. And I was still able to like cheer them on, and like they would come back, and since I was sitting in the back, they'd still come back and be like, I'd give them a high five and stuff.
And then how do you kind of deal with that mentally? Because I'd imagine you just want to compete.
I do, but I constantly have the mindset whether I'm in or not, as long as the team succeeds, then I succeed at the end of the day. Because there's no like, of course, everyone wants to play,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the mindset of I want the team to win, whether I'm in or not, you're still a part of the team at the end of the day, and you did some kind of work to help them get there. And I think that separates a lot of players if they don't have that mindset.
It sounds like you just trust your teammates too.
Oh, I do. I watch them practice.
Mhm.
I spend time learning their games. I know a few of the girls do ask me like stuff. Me and Karina chat a lot. Me and Brenna chat a lot about game during practices. So I take the time to know their game and how they release. And I also just know the work that everyone's put in, that I have faith, no matter who's in, that they're going to succeed at the end of the day.
And then, who are some of the people that have really been stepping up? I know it's only 2 meets so far, but you guys have been going through a rotation. Anybody, and obviously you guys are all, it's a team effort, but who have you guys been impressed by so far?
Abby did very well in Youngstown.
Mhm.
She came in on Sunday and she did very well. Stepped up.
All right. Shout out Abby.
Yeah.
And then how about you guys individually? Obviously, Desiree, it's been tough for you trying to get into the lineup, so it's a little bit different. But, just at this point in the season, how do you guys feel about your own game outside of the team?
I feel good about it. I think Youngstown was well for me, and Orlando was a little bit of a struggle. I think I let some of my physical things slip within these 2 weeks, but this past week we've had a really grueling practice and focusing on the areas that we need to improve on. And I think I've improved on those well. So hopefully I can carry that into Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the next one coming up this upcoming weekend?
Yes.
Okay. What do you mean by physical things?
My release, I started getting a little bit around the side and toppy, so it'd spin, and it gave me good hold, but it wasn't consistent. So just trying to have a more consistent release, and my backswing was getting really loopy. I would pull it up, loop it behind my back, so then that would sometimes cause me to either pull it or I would get it out. So just being more consistent in that.
How is it, easy to start overthinking it? Because every time you guys talk about bowling, it just feels like golf, where you focus on one thing and then you kind of lose focus on other things. And then pretty soon you got a whole new shot that you weren't even, or a whole new swing that you weren't even trying to do.
Yep. That's exactly what happens.
Okay. Who's the biggest overthinker on the team? Anybody stick out? With Jillian? No, she actually seems kind of calm.
Jillian's very well.
Yeah.
With her mental game.
It probably I'd say maybe B sometimes.
Yeah.
Not that she overthinks it, but she likes to definitely chat about each shot, and sometimes she gets fidgety. So sometimes we gotta calm her down, but she's gotten way better.
Yeah. Everyone's got
100%.
strengths and cons. So yeah, because I always especially for the new bowlers or the freshmen, I shouldn't say new, but for freshmen, getting to talk hearing from Kayla when she was a freshman, just kind of the learning curves you have to take, and you feel like you really got to step up, especially if you're a younger athlete, and then you just kind of going away from what your strengths are. How important is it just to trust what you learned and not to tweak things too much when you get into competition play?
I think that's one of the biggest things, because in competition it's really hard to sit there and focus on the physical, because obviously that's going to mess you up mentally, and being there competing, that's not the right time and place to work on physical. So you really just have to trust what you know and trust what you've done and the work you've put in to make sure that you succeed.
What are the changes you make in a match then? In a competition, what are the actual changes you can make other than just reading the patterns? Or is that really all you're doing?
Kind of. You have to kind of let the lane speak to you almost.
Yeah.
We move our feet and our eyes a lot, but we don't. I mean, I know for me and sometimes Jill, we work on throwing it softer to shape the lane slowly, but not everyone can do that because it's kind of hard.
What do you mean? You throw it softer to shape the lane?
Yeah, you want to you drop your speed and get more around it and let it swing basically the whole lane, but it is kind of harder to do, especially those who have worked on speed to get their speed up. It's kind of hard to go backwards, but mainly it's just our feet and our eyes, and make sure the ball is going in the correct direction that the lane wants.
And say you throw a bad ball, how often is it that you just got to trust that pattern is going to break your way eventually? Or when do you guys decide we got to change the game plan, or the pattern's just not reading the way you guys initially thought.
I think that's like a big communication that you have to
Mhm.
have with the coaches. You have to be very in tune with your game to know like when you do mess up. And like sometimes that I don't know, like the coaches will see I messed up, but like I can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really more of like that trust between each other. Like me telling them, oh yeah, that wasn't my best shot, so like let's not move. Or I thought I threw that well and they thought I threw that well, so that's when we would move and like make those slight adjustments.
Yeah, I'm always curious because in bowling, especially if you don't play the sport, you just watch people go out there and throw absolute heaters for strikes. And every now and then there's a couple pins standing up. And then, you don't realize how much they're actually breaking down on the sidelines over there. Final question. Well, maybe two more before we go to break. So day one, struggling in Orlando. Day two, you catch up a little bit. How important is it to have like better starts, especially when you're on the road?
Very important.
Yeah.
Because pins do matter. Like, and that's the hard thing with the scoring and like placement rack and stack like 1 through 10. It's your overall pin count, but also for bowling, our wins and losses matter against the match. Like you could go 12-1 and still be in like 6th, 7th place because it was who you went against, and maybe they weren't as great as some of the other ones, but your scores were low 900, so the pins don't add up. But you have a great win-loss record, but B6 that don't have a chance at getting first for the tournament.
You need that pin count. That's what matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I mean, was this a pattern last year? Slow starts on Fridays?
Yeah.
At Orlando? Yeah, last year we did not do good on
I don't
Friday.
think so. And I think it is the same pattern, but they bought some cheap oil, changed the oil. We've never bowled on it, and it was like it breaks down faster, so our balls will hook more, but it also like lengthens the pattern. So you need a certain ball to get through the fronts, but it doesn't have enough energy to get through the backs, which relied in a lot of our splits that we did leave.
Well, you guys did figure it out eventually. Like we mentioned it. You guys on the second day really did a great job catching up, just unfortunately a little bit short there. I mean, when you're going into that first day, what are the things you're trying to do to make sure you guys come out on top? Knowing that's the first day, and you're going to have situations like you had in Orlando where the script wasn't quite what you were expecting.
I think like understanding the pattern well and like playing it the right way, like that's something to go ahead and like do on Friday so that it's easier for the rest, like Saturday and Sunday. Also like just individually just working, like making sure that like you're confident and like that you're trusting yourself to throw the shots that you need to, and like the practice that you've put in.
So is this a full like team communication, or the coaches bringing you aside, telling you what you need to do?
The coaches.
Yeah.
I think sometimes if we do have questions, we'll ask each other, or we'll tell each other, hey, can you say this before I hop up so I like don't forget?
Right.
Or like, because sometimes if you think about too many things at once in your head, you're obviously going to get in your head. And that's the one thing, like on Fridays or just to start the day, is you really want to make sure fundamentally you're sound, because it does somewhat make it easier to read the lanes or for them to move us. But that's a conversation we have amongst each other, like, hey, can you tell us this? So then like that's one less thing that they have to worry about, and they just have to worry about the moves in the lanes.
Well said. What was the favorite stop before we go to break in Orlando? Whether it's food or just tourism, I don't know how much downtime you guys really had.
We didn't have much.
No, we didn't. We went to Disney Springs. That was fun.
Disney Springs? What is that?
Yep.
Is that like a part of the Disney?
It is. It's like more with the shops.
Okay.
So we went shopping there.
What'd you guys all get, if you don't mind me asking?
I went to Lululemon.
Yes, she did. I didn't buy anything.
Those are everywhere, but yeah, you can go there in Orlando.
I did not buy anything, but we did try the like Coca-Cola flight or all around the world.
Oh, I heard that was
thing.
actually gross.
It was disgusting.
Okay, so this is a consensus across the bowling team.
Except for Abby. Abby thought like the barbecue one at the end was like good, and we're like, what? I was about to throw up.
Yeah, she kept
Barbecue?
drinking. Yeah,
Coke.
felt like bubbly barbecue sauce that I drank.
Yeah,
and Abby
it's
was
from
drinking
China,
it.
I think.
Yeah,
That was China's. It was so bad.
That sounds terrible.
It was so
Is it?
bad.
So is this like all different versions of Coca-Cola, or is this like its own? I don't know what they call
I
it,
think
barbecue soda, I guess.
I think it is, but it's like native to like that country.
Who's
Yeah.
drinking the barbecue soda?
China.
China.
That was China.
I don't know if that's what it was called, but it definitely tasted,
It tasted like it.
Okay.
But there was like a bunch of different countries, and it was like I don't know if it was their top like drink
Yeah.
from there, but like some of them I think was like Fanta.
Just surprised me that like a barbecue taste would come out of Asia.
Yeah.
Like that'd be their okay. Was there any good ones?
I didn't like them.
I liked
Jeez.
there was a green one and it was like straight melon and I don't know where it was from. That one wasn't too bad.
That's what I think Jillian or Kayla said too. That one
Yeah.
sounds good though.
It was. I think everything else was kind of just like, and some of them were like flat.
One of them
almost.
said it tasted like a battery. Like battery.
Ooh, that might
acid.
have been Italy. It was like it kind of just tasted like club soda.
Interesting. Where was this at?
Disney Springs in
It's
the
like a
Coca-Cola
cola.
place.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was not great, according to your guys' reviews.
I got a milkshake afterwards. So good. It's like a brownie milkshake. So good.
Where at? Same place?
Same place.
Yeah, just had to wash down the bad Coke.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really good.
Oh, well, that being said, we are up to a break. We'll talk about what's coming up next for these guys. Don't go anywhere. This is Beyond the Lanes. We got Haley and Desiree. We'll talk to you guys in just a little bit.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Get geared up for savings like you've never seen before during Elway Days. Their biggest sale of the year runs October 14th through the 18th when every red tag machine is priced at invoice plus $300. That's it. No freight, no setup, no extra fees. Don't miss out on these epic savings. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location.
Imagine hitting rewind on your life 10, even 20 years. With testosterone therapy from Limitless Male, you can turn back the aging clock and get your edge, energy, and confidence back. If you've lost your drive, sleep deprived, muscle loss, belly fat, irritable, you're not the guy you once were. Get your T levels checked at Limitless Male. More and more men are realizing hormone replacement can turn back the clock. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards luncheon on October 27th in Omaha. Help us thank volunteers with a celebration to remember. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Husker fans know when you work together, great things happen. At Cornhusker Bank, they're more than your financial partner. With 5 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Omaha, they're your neighbors, your teammates, and your biggest fans. Whether you're saving for your first home, planning your future, or growing your business, they're right here in Nebraska to help you move forward together. Visit cornhusker.bank to learn more. Cornhusker Bank, member FDIC, doing life together.
Deciding on a college with your high school senior can be a little overwhelming for parents. But applying for money to pay for it is simple. FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, is now easier than ever with fewer questions and faster fill-out times. If you have a high school senior, now is the time to apply for thousands of dollars for classes, books, and housing. Get started, Nebraska, at dothefafsa.org. Sponsored by Education Quest Foundation. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
After a long, hot summer, are you ready for fall? What about your home? Is your heating system ready for cooler temperatures ahead? Call Bryant for your fall heating check. No matter what brand of equipment you own, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean and inspect your furnace or heat pump to make sure you stay warm, safe, and comfortable. Call today to schedule your home heating check. 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in segment number 2. Beyond the Lanes, we got Desiree Haley, a couple of Husker bowlers in here. We'll talk about what's up next for these guys. But before we do, talk a little bit off air. Were you guys both at the Husker football game or just you, Desiree?
Just me and a few of the other girls.
Okay, how was the atmosphere? The blackout looked awesome on TV, I will say.
It did, and it was a very crazy atmosphere. Again, there was people standing in the back on the stairs trying to
Standing room only, basically.
It felt like it. I don't think anyone was seated at all the first quarter.
Doesn't look
truthfully.
like it.
So they were very hyped.
And it started off good for Nebraska.
It did.
So
It
people
did.
were extra juiced up for it. They scored 7, and I think they got a stop on the first drive. But nonetheless, Haley, you did not go to the game.
No, I did not.
It's fine that you're not required to go to all these football games. Did you watch it?
I did not.
Okay, fair enough. Are you a big football fan in general or not really?
I mean, kind of.
You're from the South, so
yeah,
I figured you
like
would
watching Georgia. We beat Florida,
right.
Florida yesterday.
Just barely.
Yeah.
My dad is not happy about that.
Yeah.
Your dad is a
Florida fan.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. They just fired Napier as well. So surprising that was a close game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was your family in shock that was a close one?
My family's not really big into like football. Like my stepdad's also in Japan right now, and he doesn't watch football. My dad texted me and was like, "Send me pictures from the game," because he was watching like the Husker game. I was like, "I didn't go." I was like, I had some homework and I just didn't feel good, so I was like, "No." And then when Star came back home and told me, she's like, "Yeah, we just me and Abby walked around because we couldn't stand." I'm like, I didn't miss anything.
Oh, so you did the other teammates went?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you go in the student section? Where do you guys sit when you go there? Is it just the student section where you
Student
cram in there?
athlete.
Yeah.
So it's like where the recruits are.
Always
going
forget
up.
the student athlete part.
Yeah.
I never made that echelon, so it was a little bit better. Nonetheless, anything else about that game that stuck out that you guys want to talk about before we switch back to bowling?
No.
That's all right. I'm sure people are tired of talking about it as well. All right,
Probably.
what's coming up next for Husker Bowling? Where is this weekend's tournament going to be?
Where?
Okay. Going to see family? Sweet. Who's all going to be there?
My parents and maybe my sister.
Okay. Is this usually... Well, do you guys normally go to Fort Worth?
No.
Okay, so this is an awesome opportunity. Because it is tough, I will say. If you want to go watch bowling, you have to travel because there's not very much at home. So it's awesome for your family. They got an opportunity to go and see you. How far do they got to travel?
I think it's 4.5 hours.
Okay, but at least that's manageable.
Yes.
And they got an opportunity to go ahead and see you. Have you guys been to this one just personally, even if it wasn't with Nebraska?
I mean, I've bowled in the center,
Yeah.
and she has too.
Okay, is it nice?
Mm-hmm.
Where's it at? Roughly,
That's a her question.
like in the heart of the city, or is it on the suburbs? Because Youngstown always surprises me how that's just like in your, local neighborhood.
I feel like, yeah, maybe somewhere kind of like Youngstown is. It's like there's really nothing there. It's kind of like an open area in front of it, and then there's bowling.
Is it on a scale from 1 to 10? How nice is the bowling facility?
I'd give it an 8 or a 9 because it was just revamped.
Oh, very nice. Okay, where would Orlando be? Same scale.
Like a 4.
Yeah.
Whoa, what's wrong with Orlando?
It's a Bolero. No one
Bolero
likes
suck.
They suck.
What's right? Just like run down or old?
Yeah.
Yes and no. They
Yeah.
like really care about entertainment and money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I
for
see.
outside
So less
people.
focus on maybe more on the competition part, more of a kind of a bar feel. Well, maybe that's the right word for it, but
Yeah.
and entertaining. I guess I don't
Yeah.
know what the right description would be, but I get what you're saying.
They honestly try and be like main event now, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Any
not
and
like
all
a
Bolero.
It's not like a mom and pop feel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Youngstown.
Hmm.
I feel like that one would be like a low score on the outside, but I've seen pictures of the inside and it doesn't look bad at all.
I like Orlando because I like, or not Orlando.
Youngstown.
Sorry, Youngstown.
I was gonna say.
I think the inside, it's like, it's not nice, but it's not bad at all. And I think
Mhm.
it's more of like that mom and pop feel. So like they really do care. Like for Youngstown, they do care about their team and want to help them out as much as they can. So I like the
Mhm.
place.
It does. It's kind of got like that old school feel to it,
Yeah.
Yes.
but not run down.
Yeah.
Like the basketball gyms and courts that you see where it's like the classic wooden
Yeah.
everything. It kind of reminds me of that, where you got that
Yeah.
old school feel, but if it's maintained right, it looks great. Okay, so Fort Worth, where would you give this one? You said you'd give it like an 8 or no?
An 8 or 9.
Okay. How many times have you been to this location?
Just once for me.
Several.
Okay. How'd the one time go for you?
I was there for a tournament. That's actually the first time I met Desiree.
Go figure. She was there.
Yeah. Tournament didn't go good, but that's okay.
So redemption arc for you, possibly. That's the
Hopefully.
headline. Desiree, what's your experience here?
I like it. My coach, he actually owns the center.
Oh, sweet.
So, and I like the place. The lanes are like not as old as most bowling centers that we go to. Like most of the centers we travel to are like 25 plus. This one's less than 20 years old. So, new lane.
Very nice. Can you notice, like, does that play a major factor with the new lanes, or does it just look better?
It does play a major factor. Like, throwing out a pattern for like Orlando, for example, on our surfaces here at home, it plays a lot longer. We don't have that much reaction on the lane, but you go to Orlando and we can't keep it on the right side of the head pin. Because there's a lot more friction on older surface lanes.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Is it just the friction, or does it ever warp a little bit, or is that just something that they always make sure stays perfectly level?
Some lanes could, honestly.
Yeah.
Each lane has a different topography too.
Mhm.
Okay. How much does that vary? I feel like that'd be pretty common that they almost a requirement where they would have to have some sort of guideline.
I don't know. I feel like it depends.
Yeah, because I'm not really in tune with like topography. Because like the way I was brought up with bowling, it's like I didn't pay much attention to it.
Do you guys get like a sheet that shows you the topography every time?
I don't think every time, but I know some tournaments like individually, like my coach was able to get a hold of like the topography map, and I was like, okay.
I feel like that'd be really helpful.
It is
to see where
Yeah.
those spots on that lane, because there could be a spot that you just don't see with the naked eye, but the topography might tell you, hey, there's a spot right there where that weird thing where your ball keeps doing what you don't want it to do. That there's a reason behind it.
Yeah, once I like actually like understood what it was, I was like, okay, this is actually important.
Yes.
So I'd imagine if you made it to Vegas, you'd get that.
In Vegas, I think
so.
Well, I know with team trials, I think we did.
Team trials, you
Yeah.
do get it.
Okay. It just feels like a major thing. Maybe I'm overhyping it.
No, it is. It's like, for example, like we have 6 lanes at ours, and we know for a fact like 5 and 6 will always be the slickest if you want to practice there. And then 1 and 2 is kind of like you'll get medium. 3 and 4, it's gonna break down a lot faster, super dry. And I think that comes from like, I know me, bad habit, but I work there, and my first thought is put open bowlers on 3 and 4, just smack dab in the middle.
Right.
So they get bowled on the most, which requires it that it will break down quicker and your ball will move more on lanes 3 and 4 than the rest of the house.
Okay. What are the goals for this one outside of just winning it?
I think like everybody keeping like in tune with their game and not letting it slip. Like we've all had this like week of practice where we've all been doing good. It's like keeping that going forward and not losing that because we are in a competition setting. Because that usually is what tends to happen. I know I do it a lot. I'll work on stuff and I'll do really good on it in practice. And then when I get to a competition, I let it slip because like you go to like, oh, you got to score. So then you revert back to those old habits.
Desiree?
Yeah, probably the same. I mean, we haven't really done much in practice except this is what you struggle on, this is what you need to work on, and you're just going to do it for this many days straight.
How do you know you had a good week of practice? Because, again, it always comes down to the weekend. It's not like basketball where you have a couple practices and you might go play and see how it turned out. How can you guys sense like it was a good week?
For us, we use a lot of tools. Like we use a camera that's like 10 seconds delayed, so you can go back to look like, oh, was my hand in the right spot? Was my swing behind me or not? And if you like, we try to see like how many consecutive we can get and stuff like that. Or like if you're working on like accuracy, like me, for example, we have clutch that traces my ball, and I need to consecutively like trace that line when shooting at something.
Okay, fair enough. And team goals wise, again, outside of winning it, is there things that the team in particular wants to get better at or be smoother at in their operation than, say, last weekend or 2 weekends ago, I guess now?
I want to say our spare percentage higher. That's always a goal each day and each tournament. If our spare percentage can be higher than the one before.
Where has that number been? Has it been about where you want it these first two meets, or we're getting some strong head shakes?
No. Youngstown, I think we met single pins.
Yeah.
But I think we're kind of low on multi pins than we'd want to be.
Okay. And I know Klempa harps on that all the time.
Mhm.
And I'm sure the goal he has for you is hard to achieve. What is that kind of goal that he wants you guys around?
93% for single pins and 83% for multis.
Okay. Does that feel like you guys are on track to achieve that?
I think we can.
Yeah.
Despite, you could have a shaky start. But again, we're early into this season.
Yeah.
I think it's very doable for this team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And why is that part so important? Because, again, I hear this every group that I think it's 4 or 3 bowling shows I've done now. And every year, it's like, what's the goals? And they say spare shooting all the time.
Well, that like makes or breaks matches all the time. And even like pin count when you get splits. Like you have to like close your frames because like, yeah, you may not be striking as much, but you'll still have a decently good game if you like close your frames and shoot like spares. Like there's like always like this big saying, it's like strikes are for show, like spares are for dough. Like you win on spares.
That makes sense. Keep you alive.
Yeah.
At the very least. Do you feel the pressure ratchet up? Like when you got a spare in front of you?
Sometimes, yes. Depending on like where, like if you're in a close match and you're like, oh, like I have to make this, like you're going to be a little bit more like tense and tight, but like, yeah, it's just, you have to learn to relax yourself. And I think like to start out the day too, like your first couple spares you shoot, like you're pretty kind of tense until you get in that flow and start going. And then after there, it's kind of like smooth sailing.
Well said. Who's the best spare shooter right now? Yeah, take a swing.
Based off of our percentages, single pins is Abby. Abby's really good at spare shooting.
What does she do that makes her so good?
She's very consistent with it.
She is, and I think her game, she leaves a lot of corners, so she's definitely worked on, if this is what I'm going to leave, I'm going to make sure I get them all.
Smart.
And she's always
she's aware of her weak spots.
Yeah, and she's always been a really good spare shooter, even like with like individually and like youth stuff. She's always been very good with her spares.
How much of bowling is just figuring out like, these are my weak spots and I'll accept it and figure out strengths around it? Like how much of bowling is that part of just really trying to identify what you excel at? Because I feel like every bowler's got a little bit different rhythm to them, and you got to figure out what works for you.
I think it's very important to like know your weak spots, and like on this team, it's not like, oh, this is my weak spot, I need to work around it. It's more of like he wants it fixed.
Yeah.
And kind of like he's very big on fundamentals. He's like, I don't like, there's bowlers out there that can drift like 10 but still average very high, but he's like, but fundamentally that's not correct. So he likes correct fundamentals, and then you can produce on the lane after you hone in on those.
Yeah.
You can at least replicate it. If you got the fundamentals, you can make it a replicated performance. So total logic there. With that being said, unless you guys got anything left to add on this Fort Worth coming up, right? Coming up, anything left to add on that?
No.
No, just excited.
Yeah.
All right. Mount Rushmore, wrap things up as always.
Yeah.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll do that right here. Beyond the Lane's got a couple of Husker Bowlers. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
Nebraska farmers, harvest is here and every gallon counts. That's why Sapp Brothers Petroleum launched the Go Big Red Fuel Giveaway. When you contract your fuel with Sapp Brothers, enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. As Husker Country knows, the only thing stronger than the roar at Memorial Stadium is the drive of a farmer putting food on the table. Fuel your farm with Sapp Brothers Petroleum and enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. Visit sapbros.net today. Sapp Brothers Petroleum, fueling the heartland. Go Big Red.
If the power is out, traffic lights might be too. If you come across a dark intersection, treat it like a four-way stop. See more tips at les.com/safety.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
This fall, Baumgars has everything you need to get your farm ready for the season. Stock up on livestock feed, deer corn, and pine shavings to keep your animals fed and your farm running smoothly. Need tools for your fall projects? Grab DeWalt power tools and grass seed to keep your fields in top shape before winter. From your barn to your backyard, Baumgars has you covered. Get ready for the season with everything you need to finish those fall fix-ups. Baumgars, field, farm, and fall fix-ups.
Are you looking to upgrade your equipment and keep cash in your pocket? Through October at Landmark Implement, get up to a 24-month waiver on select John Deere tractors and combines, or lock in a 2.9% fixed rate for 36 months, followed by a qualified standard rate for another 36 months. Whether you're thinking of this year's harvest or planning ahead, we've got a solution that works for your bottom line. Visit your local Landmark Implement for more details, or check us out at landmarkimp.com and experience the Landmark difference.
Schaefer's is celebrating its 79th anniversary with special rebates, financing, savings, and free delivery store-wide.
Update your home with innovative Samsung appliances and save up to an additional $900 with rebates. Samsung Innovation saves you energy and time with easy-to-connect appliance technology. Plus, during Schaefer's anniversary, get free delivery on your appliance purchase.
So hurry in during Schaefer's 79th anniversary event, going on now.
This is your year, where your team takes it all the way. Win way more than bragging rights at Warhorse Casino, where your love of the game could put $1 million in your pocket. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with prizes all season long. Weekly cash prizes up to $1,000 cash, season-long leaderboards, and a chance to win $1 million. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in seasons? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. For tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Are you looking to upgrade or improve the garage door on your home? This is Cameron Hall of Doors Plus. At Doors Plus, we guarantee to offer a wide selection of options from 5 leading garage door manufacturers as we deliver a free estimate, exact measurements, and rapid installation with a 3 to 5 week time frame. When you choose Doors Plus for your residential garage door needs, you'll work with our experienced technicians and be ensured that your new door seamlessly complements your home. Give us a call at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Nebraska farmers, harvest is here and every gallon counts. That's why Sapp Brothers Petroleum launched the Go Big Red Fuel Giveaway. When you contract your fuel with Sapp Brothers, enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. As Husker Country knows, the only thing stronger than the roar at Memorial Stadium is the drive of a farmer putting food on the table. Fuel your farm with Sapp Brothers Petroleum and enter to win $1,000 in fuel credits. Visit sapbros.net today. Sapp Brothers Petroleum, fueling the heartland. Go Big Red.
If the power is out, traffic lights might be too. If you come across a dark intersection, treat it like a four-way stop. See more tips at les.com/safety.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, Beyond the Lanes. As tradition with all the bowling shows, we'll do a Mount Rushmore to wrap things up. And Haley and Desiree, what do we land on? Candy?
Candy.
Halloween candy or just candy in general. All right, kick us off. Give me the 4 Mount Rushmore candies.
I'll start off with Reese's.
Oh my!
I know she can't have.
Good job
peanut
not
butter.
swearing there. You're close.
I wouldn't know what that tastes like.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't have peanut butter? That's right.
Yeah.
You're missing out on one of the best candies.
Yeah.
This is an unfair Mount Rushmore.
I choose those like Jolly Rancher like sticks, the like little hard pieces, and they're like.
Oh, I know which ones you're talking about.
Yeah.
Those are really good.
These I know the classic Jolly Rancher. I love those.
Yeah, it's like
They're,
it's like a
flat.
basically flat stick version of them.
Yeah.
And they're like that long.
They're really good.
Okay. I like Jolly Ranchers.
My next one was Sour Patch Watermelon.
Yes, those are fire.
Okay.
I'll probably say like a Milky Way. I like a good Milky Way.
All right. It's just a lot of better candies on the board. You could have got Milky Way in the 8th round, probably.
Wow.
I will say Milky Ways are good. I do like them.
They're good.
They're
just
good.
when we're talking about the greats,
Right.
You're right.
that's like talking about Michael Jordan and then throwing in Austin Reeves or
Okay. I can't have like certain candies.
Yeah.
I don't have that much chocolate.
this is a tough one. I mean, it can be sour candies. Candy doesn't have to be chocolate.
Okay, fair. I'll do a better one.
All right, who's up? Haley?
My next one is Twix.
You're not gonna win this one. You
I'm
got
not.
Reese's and
Okay.
Twix. And you got Milky Way and what
and
else?
Jolly Rancher sticks.
Jolly Rancher sticks. Okay.
They're like okay. I like the Buc-ee's ones, but they're the sour strips. And they're
Ooh.
like, I like the strawberry sour strips in particular. But
Those are good. And we always had them at like the high school.
I love
games.
those.
Those are really good.
I think this next one is Cowtails. Not a lot of people like them, but
My dad likes
I
Cowtails.
really like Cowtails.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've had one. I remember when I had it. It's been a reason.
Yeah.
They're like not bad, but all right, that's your 4th one.
My Cowtails are good.
I know, but there's still. We'll get to the honorable mentions. You still got one more.
Sour Punch.
Okay, those are good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Haley. Twix, Reese's. Those are easily some of the best candies.
Yeah.
The sour candies were good though.
Yeah.
Cowtail though.
Yeah. My
It's
mom
good.
was like, why do you like those? I don't know. They're just good.
They are.
What's all in that one again? It's like really chewy, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't really know.
I think it's like caramel and there's like cream filling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Well, it's not disgusting, but compared to the other candies out there, it's
Yeah.
interesting one.
Yeah.
Kit Kat, that doesn't make it on you.
Okay, that was like I had like 2 honorable mentions, Kit Kat and the Skittles, like it's like the purple one, the fruit berry one.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Those were my 2.
The sour ones were great until they just destroy your mouth.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. Ooh.
Plain Hershey's bar.
Yeah, I mean they're fine with that. I don't mind it. My Butterfinger still was one that I would surprise you guys left off. All right, no to the Butterfinger.
I can't have that. I don't think.
No, you can't. You're right.
I like
this is totally. You're right. This is unfair. Not a
I
good
like
Mount
them, but they
Rushmore.
get like stuck in the back of my teeth like a lot, and I just don't like it.
There's a way you got to tactically eat it, or yeah, they do get stuck
Yeah.
in the molar. It's pretty bad.
I mean, I could have said Milk Duds because I'll reach for a Milk Dud.
Yeah, I don't mind Milk Duds.
Oh, Whoppers.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I forgot about those. Those are so good.
Yes.
I think talking about the cowtails, Jenny's watching. She says it's disgusting,
No, it's not, Mom.
My dad loves them. We get them all the time at Buc-ee's.
but she says Butterfinger are the best.
My mom, her favorite is Butterfingers or like the mint ones, the York peppermint patties.
Well, those are all right.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't mind
yeah.
those. The Butterfingers though, most criminally underrated candy. I will say, is the molar part is true, but it's worth
Taste
it.
is good.
Yeah. All right. Anything else before we go ahead and get out of here?
I don't think so.
No.
I feel like we're leaving some good prospects on the board. that are
Yeah.
just not coming to mind right now.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, that is going to wrap it up for us. That is Haley Swindle, Desiree Buchert. This has been Beyond the Lanes. A couple of Husker Bowlers. You can join them every Sunday. Sometimes might be a pre-recording as these guys got to travel, but you can join them from 1 to 2 p.m. every Sunday, like I said. Don't go anywhere. We got Chopping Up with Chubbs up next.